corner. Driver number 1 looking to the inside of 2. Second place, sets himself up for a pass going into this carousel. Is he going to be able to get his nose in there? Go.
Some heroes walk on 4 legs. I'm Jason Johnson, founder of Project K9 Hero. Not every retired police K9 or military working dog has a home to go to in retirement. We strive to ensure no hero is left behind. We cover the medical needs of our program members after their faithful service. Our organization also provides a lifetime sanctuary for many of these heroes who may suffer from PTSD. And whenever possible, we find them a forever home. Visit ProjectK9Hero.org to learn how you can help protect those who protected us.
Welcome to the Ghost Cup series here today. Drivers are at Darlington Raceway, a track that is known as Too Tough to Tame, also nicknamed the Lady in Black. Really who can dance with her the best. Jeff Gordon was one of the better ones at dancing with her. Multiple wins at this track here. It is a 130 lap race. It's actually supposed to be 150. But I requested it be a little bit less because I have to broadcast a race that Austin was supposed to broadcast, but he is actually out of state right now. But this league is sponsored by Team Watson Racing Setup. Use code WATSPIN39 for 5% off your setup at Team Watson Racing Setups. We're still in the qualifying right now, but this is a throwback track. I don't know why in real life it's a throwback track, but everybody likes to throw back their paint schemes. We do have a lot of throwbacks here. I'll pull up who's running what. Make sure to, yes, okay, I'll make sure to try to point these out on who's driving what and for what reason. Some of these are going to be a little bit harder for me to remember. Some of them I will be able to realize. I didn't watch some of these drivers. I wasn't even alive during when some of these drivers were there, to be honest with you. I know Dylan Hart, I wasn't even alive during that time. I am trying a new audio source. It's, well, not new audio source, just new audio workaround. I'm changing my iRacing to go off my microphone volume so it should stay below 18 but not be cutting out the noise. But they just got done with their qualifying right now, so I'll pull up the starting grid here for you all. So first is Lilith Peters, second Isaiah Sutherland, third Joseph Grajava, 14th fourth Christopher Tate, fifth DJ Daniel, sixth Lucas Whitehead, seventh Patrick McQuaid, eighth Brock Whitehead, ninth Jonathan Cogswell, who I whooped at Darlington in the league. 10th, Warren Young. 11th, Noah Owens. 12th, Ryan Sizemore. 13th, Chris Hubka. 14th, Trey Whitehead. 15th, Christopher Cash. 16th, Christian Roos. 15th, Christopher Cash. 16th, Christian Roos. 17th, TJ Hanley. 18th, Chris Zofield. 19th, Matt Metler. 20th, Thomas Stewart. 21st, Brandon McLaughlin. 22nd, Christopher Burge. 23rd, Mike Simonoski. 24th, Charles Whitehead. And 25th is Larry Murphy. Those are all the drivers here today. You need to open my trading paints, get a paint refresh for all these guys once they load into the session. Don't know how long fuel and tires will last. I don't think they'll burn off super quick, and it really depends on how you drive it. Some guys will like to beat the living life out of them. So we got some of these people have their examples pulled up here. Make sure I get these right. Some of these cars even are really old throwbacks. Some of these are kind of not old throwbacks, and we've got some that are throwbacks that drivers that make a NASCAR, maybe like one of their hometown drivers that they really like, that ran like, you know, local dirt courses and stuff like that. So we're gonna have some variations of paint schemes in this race for sure. We will wait for everybody. We're waiting for Roberge and Larry Murphy to grid. So I think right now, okay, yeah, they rolled off here, so paint refresh will happen for them. This is a very quiet track overall too. So if y'all don't get enough track noise, tell me, and I'll raise the gain up, because it's very, very quiet here. I've noticed that with this camera that it gives me. But Isaiah Sutherland's paint scheme is based off of his uncle's old street stock dirt car that he raced. Lilith is based off of, I think that's an early Jeannie McMurray paint scheme, because I saw it paint scheme somewhere else too. Hubka's is based off of Kellogg's, because I guess he was a Terry Bonnie fan growing up. Lucas Whitehead is a throwback to Dale Earnhardt Sr., and you'll see him throughout here. A lot of these orange cars that you see that have like this Home Depot logo, that's Tony Stewart's time when he was with Joe Gibbs Racing. The one that you see weaving down at the bottom is TJ. That's a throwback to Ryan Newman when he was with Team Penske in his rookie years. I think everybody else is pretty easy to tell who was what. You know, you see Lucas is right there, that 3 car, inspired by Dale Earnhardt Sr. A pace car pulls off here, 130 laps. As a green flag is in the air, we are underway here from Darlington. Guys make it off of turn 3 and 4. Really, the trouble areas that I see on this track is the exit of 1 and 2. There's a bump. I think it's old to new pavement, and that car gets really loose. About right there is where Isaiah kind of went. You kind of see their cars unload for a second. That really gets that rear end want to shoot out, and we already have somebody around. That is Christian Roos and Brandon McLaughlin. They keep it going, however, so no caution will come out. I don't think either driver... Roos has some steering damage, I believe, here. He's trying to baby the throttle around so he can get back on the straight. No steering damage, it looks like, for... Brandon's toe is knocked in. But not that much damage for either of them. They're not fully done out of the race. But a lot of these guys, this track, this is a track where nobody really dares to go too wide in the corners. You can run A opens. Nobody will do it. I do it. And you'll get positions because of that, because nobody wants to try it. But I'm not afraid to go too wide here. I've done it multiple times. But I did not fare very well in the A Open because everybody else checked up for a teammate, got plowed through, was getting into stuff that I literally couldn't go anywhere, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. So I was not too happy about that. It's a button boxes paint scheme there that Warren Young is running. So you got a variation of lines. You can run 3 and 4 up on the wall or down low. You can run 1 and 2. You want to be up as we got contact there. Warren Young hits the wall, and we got Lucas Whitehead into the wall. They stay green, however, because they're off the racing surface. Well, I'm going to go back and see what happened here between this as a caution now flies. It's kind of 2 wrecks we saw there at once. I think it just stepped out on him. Oh, so DJ came up into Tate, and then that kind of set it off from there. And then Warren, I think he just got tapped in the rear end on accident. Yeah, he was loose already behind that. But he almost squeezed somebody else in the wall, actually. But yeah, that's what you're going to see. 3 and 4 is not the easiest place to run. It's going to kind of be a, hey, you want to try side by side? Because if you don't, well, I'm willing to. Cam issues. That's not a cam issue. They may bring in Isaiah Sutherland, though. Yeah, because he is the leader, so let's see if he's in one of these rooms. He is not. I would bring him in if he was in here. Yeah, so I can't bring him in here. I thought he would have been in a Discord spot, but he's not. So I guess I'll kind of run you all through the paint schemes again. Some guys don't have to. You don't have to run a throwback here. It's just more common. Do I get the chase view of some of these guys that I was wanting to get? That's not one. That one I have a feeling the base saw something too. Sizemore's, I don't think. And you see Hub. Okay, that's disturbing. I think that's on the side of his car also. Yep. He's on the side of his car. See, like, imagine you just can't stop and you just see that face looking right back at you. Just the smiling face. All you see. You don't see anything else. I wouldn't even go around that car. This is weird. You see, this is the Ron Newman paint scheme I was talking about. TJ Hanley. I think that I know whose paint scheme was that. That was a throwback to who had it. Thomas Stewart. I can't remember who this is a throwback to, but I know this Miller Lite paint scheme's definitely been ran before. No doubt about that at all. 8 laps in, we have our first caution. I don't know if it'll be a caution fest or not. It just depends on how aggressive these guys are trying to be off the corner and if they want to really get on that throttle hard or not. It may end up really bad for some of them. And I mean incredibly bad. Ooh, excuse me. Pace car will pull off here. Isaiah Sutherland and Lilith Peters, the front row. And enter the Geico restart zone. Carter has a flag in his hand. As green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here. Everybody looks like, I'm not going to say it quite just yet, makes it off the turn 3 and 4 there, kind of a little bit of a group back there. There's going to be no not getting the wall. Everybody's going to get a Darlington stripe one way or another. What that is just nicking the wall. Doesn't hurt your car too much if you smack it. It will hurt it, but if you just go up there and kiss it, you'll be fine. Oxbow's looking to the bottom of Joseph. I'm surprised he's able to run down there like that. I don't know if it'll last too long, because that's not normally the line that can be ran. Cogswell's right up on the bumper of Joseph, and they're not getting snappy loose yet. Thought they would be. Oh, that being said, it's also early in the run. Guys are running about 29-second laps. Pretty much, let's just say 30-second laps. Ooh, wiggle there. See Ryan Sizemore shoot down to the bottom. That's not what you want to see. I think we're going to see a lot of guys catching themselves off exit too. They're going to chase the car down there with them. Some of these guys probably took their optional damage that they had. They realized, this is really too much damage for me to be able to do anything. I need to get it fixed. But Lilith is a fill-in for, who's she filling in for this week? Can't remember who. Let me check that again. I know she's checking in for somebody. I just forgot. Dylan Ellis. That's who it was. She's being a driver for Hammer tonight. Wasn't able to make it. Ooh, do that. So far, it's not really too many big battles. I think guys have decided to you know, I kind of don't want to wreck, so let's not go side by side. You see, yeah, look at Warren. He bailed out of that. He saw that and he was like, "No, I ain't doing this. I'm not even gonna try to risk it at this point." He just realized it's not worth it. Got a long race ahead of me. Let's just stay away from that. Cogswell is catching them, though. I mean, he's doing very good so far. Downshifting, okay. Is he the only one downshifting? Yes. Actually, depending. Let's see if she shifts. Going to 3. Oh, that's tight. That's a tight car right there. You heard her have to lift out the throttle. Did not bite. Oh, she's shifting also. Okay. Didn't know if she would be or not. Keep Isaiah's shifting. He's deciding to let it run in 5th. Yeah, he's okay. That's the way you. That's how you want to run it right there. See how he waited for that car to bite, really point down towards the bottom. That's what you want to see for a run. Is you do not want to see that. Look at Hupka going up here. Big Terry Labonte fan. I meant to send him Terry Labonte cars that I found in my room because I had a lot of old race cars, driver's cards. I bought it like yard sales where I live, and I meant to send him some. I think he just gave up 2 positions there. See Charles Whitehead and Zofield all the way back here. Cogswell, he's looking at his lap times. He's the fastest driver. Well, actually, I have to take that back. DJ and Tate are up there with Cogswell. DJ was actually faster, but he's also all the way back here. And he has some damage on that car, too, I believe. Yeah, you can see that kind of buckled there on his car. One thing, too, on exit, though, this track is really difficult with is you can get, just trying to pass somebody on the bottom is just so hard because you're having to put so much wheel into it. And you're just sit there waiting for the car to rotate. So you kind of have to play a game of who's going to lift. Am I going to lift? Are you going to lift? Let's find out who lifts. Some guys won't just lift. They'll just send it to the corner. And I'm like, oh, great. Take me out with you. No Owens riding that top line there, though. That's really high up against the wall. I didn't expect to be that high up. This simulator doesn't simulate the high line too well all the time. It's really a tire burner more than anything else. I'm surprised they're up there doing that, but Kenny probably spent a lot of time on the set and made it to where these guys can do things that you wouldn't be able to do in a fixed set. I think the fixed set here is actually ridiculously tight. As you just saw somebody in the wall, that was Trey. Do not do that there, Trey. Right, it was Brock, actually. Oh, that was Trey. Am I correct? Or am I wrong? That was Trey. I was right. And to the outside of Cash. Try to get that spot. Doing a fight off of 4. It's like Trey will get that position. Kind of has it given to him there at the end. He's kind of like, you know what, I'm just going to kind of lift. Be done with this. We're good. I don't do anything. You don't do anything. We're cool. Very good. Nice. Very nice. As I saw somebody loose off that corner. Somebody shot down to the apron. That was not too fun. Got a big group back here. Somebody's going to get swiped in the rear. This is not going to end up well. This is a big group of cars. I mean, absolutely massive. back here with each other. I mean, there's 2x2, 2 rows. Hubka, Roberge, Warren, Roos. Hubka, I think he got a little bit loose getting in that corner. You see Roos put that power down on the outside of Warren and has to lift because he gets tight. Tate's trying to chop his way back through the field. He was involved in one of those wrecks. So, probably like, well, this sucks. So now he's got to go fight his way back through all this. We're going to start seeing now, as the race goes on, guys are going to start to get looser and looser and looser. Really, I'm going to look exit of 2 for more things than anything at this point. But look, actually, Cogswell's dropped back. I think Cogswell got loose somewhere. I wasn't looking at that because he's dropped back now to 4th, probably to 5th, as Joseph's going to get that spot. I think Shifton's probably killed those rear tires that he had on that car, and he's probably figured out the hard way that it has hurt them badly. It was probably working for a little bit, and then it stopped. And then it just went there and just absolutely cooked them off. It just burned them off, which is not unheard of by any means. That's decently common to see. But I don't know. Where is Isaiah's run now? He's running very calm. I actually can feel on board with him for a little bit. How smooth is he through these corners? He's getting the throttle lifting, letting the car rotate, and getting back on it. So he's got a good line so far, too. A lot of these guys are around each other. They're about to wreck. Well, so far as we almost got 3 wide there behind Hanley. Noah and Ryan going at it. You see Trey kind of poking his head here. He's just kind of waiting for something to happen. That is inspired by the scheme that Chip Ganassi ran. I can't remember what that company was, though. He's going to try to get 2 for 1 on one back stretch. Can't get that done. Now he's running into lap traffic, Isaiah is. I think some of these guys will probably get out of the way for him. Lap traffic here is hard to deal with, though. I mean, incredibly hard. If you catch him in the wrong spot especially, that is one of the worst things that can happen is you get him in there, and really if you catch him off the exit of 2, it's probably worse because you have to lift out so much more. Already kind of started to see that happen here a little bit. I don't think they're getting tight because they're running pretty decently off the wall, and they're getting a good rotation down to that line. Yeah, Isaiah's got him. He's running. Oh, we got Brock's coming too. These guys back here actually still running fast lap times. They're not slow at all. Ron Sizemore has apparently crashed down the front stretch here. What has happened to him? Got in the wall coming off of 3 and 4 and came down across the nose. 15. He just, he hit that inside wall hard too. Don't blame the 15 though. I think that probably knocked his toe out the way it looks. Yep, that toe is gone. I mean, it is just destroyed. Look at how much he's having to hold his steering wheel. That thing's to the left, and it's not even really turning. That's how you know you got a broken toe on it. So he'll probably go multiple laps down just to get that damage fixed on his car. Which is going to suck for him, but, I mean, stuff happens every now and then. Nothing can be done about it. That's what it was. The comments. I second that. Let's go DJ NKR Fishing and Outdoors. I'm guessing that's a company here. It's watching DJ. Must sponsor him or something like that. I just want to see who's the smoothest overall, because that's what it's going to come down to. Not just jabbing the thing and trying to get the turn. Antlers on the wall. You don't want to be there, bud. Find that out the hard way. That's not a good place to be. I think I saw that car step out there. I think it stepped out. Oh, it's stepping out on him now. I can see it, and he was a lot slower that time too. I think those tires are starting to go away for him. Took a little bit, but I think they're starting to show their wear that they have, because it did get a little bit loose. See what he runs this time by, because that was, and you can see the time there. It was actually the fastest, but he did slide off the turn. No, he wasn't the fastest. Tate was faster than him. But he did slide off the turn, and that's what I'm really worried about. That he's started to abuse him too much for those right rear tires. Or that right rear tire just doesn't like him anymore. That can happen. This car looks pretty clean. I don't think we got... Who has a Darlington stripe? We're going to go through the field and look and see who has a stripe on their car, because I think probably everybody has one. Can't see one there. Nope. 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 There it is. There's the Darlington stripe. He's got one too. Trey has one also. TJ does not have one. Tate doesn't have one. DJ definitely has one. Roberge doesn't. Warren almost got one there on his own. Noah does. Brandon McLaughlin does. Roos does also. Hupka doesn't. Metler doesn't. Lucas Whitehead doesn't. Thomas Stewart does. Charles has one. Cash does not have one. Salvanosi's got one. Sizemore does not have one. Zofield's got one. So a lot of these guys, Darlington stripe is pretty much just rubbing that paint off on the side of the car. It's pretty common. I mean, pretty common to see that. You're so up on the wall, and you're already pushing so much. You're just right there. I mean, you're right on the exit of that, and you're just like, oh my lord, I'm about to wreck this thing. Then when you realize that it's too late, most of the time to try to save that car, because it's too far gone. It is normally too far gone. Excuse me. Whew. We have some pit stops happen now. Lilith comes down. Let's see, she comes down. That's about 39 laps green. So I think pit stops will probably start seeing everybody else come down too at this time then also. Keep an eye on Grijalva. I definitely will. He's been getting up there, just slowly chipping away at that lead that Isaiah has on him. You don't have to gain it all back in one run. Trust me. Don't do that. Don't find out gaining it back on one run does not go good. Not go good at all. It was very bad. Got a time. He's got a little bit less than 90 laps. I mean, he's got forever. I mean, 90 laps here is basically 4,000 years at Darlington. It feels like it. Because I'm not talking to you, Google. Thank you for telling me that, though. TJ's down pit road. Yep, so this looks like pit stops are going to start happening. Either that or their tires are just so worn that they just can't deal with it anymore. Darlington's been known to wear tires out, but Joseph, he is coming for Isaiah. I mean, he is catching him fast. He's been basically 3/10 faster almost every single lap. Probably expect Isaiah to get past. Yeah, he can't get up near that wall. He's too nervous about it. He's too loose. Joseph, however, he can get up there really, really high. I mean, he's not afraid to go up there, and that's what you want. You got a guy that's not afraid to go up high on something. Pretty much like, you know what? I'm gonna go up high. You don't want to go up high. So be it. A little bit side by side here now between these two. Try to get on the bottom, and he can't hold that position down. So now they're going to race into 3 and 4, actually. Thought he had him cleared, but he doesn't. See how hard Isaiah and Joseph fight for this spot. This is for the lead. They have a 6-second lead to Cogswell, though, so they have a long way to go. So these two can really fight it out if they want to. It's going to be a big question of who's going to get in deeper in this corner, though. Probably going to get that position, and it's going to be Isaiah. Isaiah rolls the dice. He's not afraid to do it. That's what I like to see at Darlington. A lot of the guys will get in the corner. They see they're too wide, and they're like, you know, I'm just going to back off. I don't want to risk anything. But if I was them, I'd be trying it. That's how you know you can get positions so easily because everybody just wants to bail out. They're like, nope, I'm done. You can have the spot. I give up. But Joseph's going to get right back up on the bumper of him. However, we only have really 2 lead lap cars that pitted, which was Lilith and TJ. So far, oh, you almost got the swipe there, bud. I'm going to say so far they haven't swiped at each other. That was kind of one that was taken there a little bit. That was almost too close for comfort. I mean, he was coming for him there. If I was him, I would probably be a little bit nervous. That means Joseph is not afraid to get up on that bumper, which can be good and bad at the exact same time. It just depends on who it is. I'd probably be scared myself. He's going to try it again, but he's got... Oh, is the lap traffic going to catch him here? This is going to be bad. I think TJ probably realizes this, and he's like, you know what? I'm just going to let you all fight it out in front of me. You do you, so I don't wreck and get up and get involved in your stuff. But they have put a gap. As yep, pit stops now happen. Warren, Brandon, and Hubka are all down pit road eventually. This is their first pit stop of the race. They made it about 40 laps, so I think they got one more pit stop. But Isaiah's not giving this lead to Joseph at all. I mean, he's making him work. Every single time he gets up under him, he's just, nah, you can't have this spot. I'm going to really make you work for it, which I like to see. Guys fight for the position. I like to see him giving up. Also, really good battle to watch on track, though. So that almost ended up bad. That was almost horrible. DJ might mess with Isaiah here a little bit because dirtying his air. Joseph's got better rotation. See it right there. It's just better rotation through the corner as Isaiah gets loose off exit. But Joseph can't go anywhere. He's just stuck behind him. It's DJ Daniels now down pit road. I think Isaiah is coming down this time. Yes, he is. Getting on pit road at Darlington 2 is hard. It is really difficult to do. It's, oh my gosh, you would not be, you'd be amazed at how hard it is to get down there. I mean, it is ridiculously hard. Because you're pushing so hard in that corner, and you come off that banking, and it just wants to shoot you sideways as McQuaid goes into the wall in front of, that was Brock there. Shoots down the track, so we still need Trey, Brock. Joseph just now came down pit road. This looks like about 40-ish laps of fuel they can push out here as we have Tate spun it, trying to get on pit road. That is not what you want to do. He missed it. Probably was the elevation change that he just didn't like there at all. Go back and see what happened. Goes into 3 and 4. Tries to slow down. Yep, and it kicks out on him. And that is not uncommon to see. It's really difficult to get on pit road. Might have actually not been trying to get on pit road. He might have. Let's go back and watch this cockpit. Did he try to get on pit road? Yes, he did. Yeah, he just got way too much of it. I wanted to make sure that he was actually trying to go down there. But Roberge and Roos are going to be the last guys to pit. They're going to have to come down. You're not making it more than 100 laps here. That's just not going to happen. Which sucks, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Roberge missed it also, so he can't go down pit road. Roos is still out there. Lilith came down on lap 43. She's got a long way for her tires, or her fuel to go. Looks like Sutherland did go a lap down, but I don't think he's very far. No, he's not too far back from Lilith. He'll catch her eventually. Probably in about... maybe about... So she's got 11 lap better tires. Probably about 20 laps we'll see him catch her. Where did Joseph come out, though? Joseph didn't come out too far behind Isaiah. But you kind of see just a little bit of a different pit strategy played into their hand. Burge is now down. He finally got down to pit road. Roos, I think, is probably running it dry. Seeing how long he can go on fuel. This is honestly kind of what I'd be doing too, is just going as long as I can on fuel. I want the better tires. Hopefully no caution comes out when I go down pit road, though. Because if a caution comes out, RIP you. You are laps down. And getting laps back here is hard unless you're Kyle Larson, who somehow did it last year multiple times. Got like 3 or 2 laps back under green. Or no, under caution, sorry. Kyle Larson was probably the most unlucky person last season. Also this season, too. He's just had bad luck. Had so many races he could win. And then it's just been something stupid. You know, Ross Chastain at Darlington. He could easily won that race. And the Ross Chastain at Dover, he had a fast car. Talladega, Ross shot the middle, caused that big wreck. Phoenix, Eric Almirola spun while Larson was in the lead. What else happened? Atlanta, Eric Almirola blew a tire when Larson was running second right in front of him. Collected Larson. What's some other races that he has had bad luck? I know Bristol Dirt, he won the first stage. Then he ended up getting wrecked by Ryan Priest. So he's had a up and down season. He did get his first win at Richmond, though, and Martinsville. Out of all the tracks, he won at Martinsville. He hates that track with everything in his heart. I feel the same, but this gap's really not shrinking that much like I thought it would. It's not really closed up. too fast. It's kind of just stayed the same most of the time, and I'm kind of surprised by that too. I wouldn't have thought it would be staying like this at all. Let's get loose on exit there. But these guys are 63 laps into the 130 lap race. We will go under our first commercial break here side by side with you as always.
I played a couple of simulators and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving, it feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
As we are back here at Darlington, really nothing has changed too much. Isaiah, however, has kind of nipped into the lead a little, has kind of cut it down by a little bit more than a second and a half. So he's definitely making some time. He is about 2/10 faster each lap. Joseph is pushing. He was 3/10 faster than Isaiah, and Isaiah was one of the faster cars on the track too. I think most of these guys are going to realize, you know, gotta calm down. Long race ahead. Don't kill the car, and we should be fine. As long as they realize that, I think most of them should be okay with what, with how this race goes for them. Trying to calculate something here for you all. So probably 90. We'll see you guys come back down pit road for their last pit stop. That's not right. Okay, that is correct. Now, I was going to say, I did that math completely wrong, and I was like, what? I knew I did something wrong in that math. We do have some guys that came down pit road again. Ashton, Pavanowski, Roberge, and Sizemore. Not had a fun night at all. Not one bit. It's been really rough for him. Pavlovsky's giving way to Cogswell. Cogswell, he was very confident in himself going into this race in the Discord. I was reading that. Let me get something here for y'all. For myself, I could say, not you all, because I can't take stuff to the screen. Got a new PC part for the rig that I'm building downstairs in our basement. It's going to be an iRacing only rig. Or I made my NZXT Kraken X62 and they gave me an X63 because they don't make the X62s anymore. Kind of wish I would have gotten the X73. I will not be using this on my PC upstairs because I have cool water cooling loop that I put in the car. As Lilith, that's not what you want to do there, bud. Getting high off the exit 1 and 2. Probably plowing. We got drivers in the walls. Charles Whitehead has... Oh, Lord. He has destroyed that car. Keeps it up against the wall, It just oh my gosh. The front end flies off of it too. He hit it that hard. I think he just yanked it off the wall. What happened to him? He's still turning. He doesn't slow down enough right here, so he goes into the wall, keeps his foot in it. Kyle Larson in it. He tries to pull it. Oh, he's gonna hit the wall again, and he pulls it, and it's just... Oh my gosh. That was a hard hit. I'm surprised that car is even rolling with the damage that it had on it. Like, that is horrible. I never saw damage that bad in a while. Isaiah's... Oh, yeah, here it is. This is what I guessed that was going to start happening. He was going to start eating into his lead at pretty much around this point in the race, and he started to do that, and I'm not surprised by any means at all either. It normally happens about this. Those tires won't pay off like immediately. It'll take a little bit to do that. So when it gets to that point, it's just kind of wear off, wear off, wear off, wear off. That's not it. I cannot type apparently over here. We don't really saw... there's another guy loose off the corner there, too. As these guys are calm now, I've made the grave mistake of not getting something to drink, so I'll let the camera choose where we go while I'll go do that. Hopefully I did not miss a wreck or something. Looks like I am back, and I did miss a wreck. Metler has wrecked. He's evidently not. May have actually... No, did he spin? Yes, he did. No, he did not fully. Okay, actually... Oh, he actually almost did come back up on the track. There was a little bit of an incident there that we saw. Rewinded it back to get you all to that point, so he didn't really miss much. Lap time, surprisingly, you know, for Darlington, haven't dropped off that much from pit stops. They don't. I mean, they drop off like a second, yeah, but it's not like, you know, 2 to 3 seconds. It's not a massive drop off that you're seeing at all. Tells me either these guys can't really go fast, or the set's just really good for them. Probably the set's just really good for them. That's what it was. No, it wasn't. Wait. Yes? No? I don't even know at this point. Trying to figure out... Oh, we got a wreck here, though. Oh my. DJ, what happened to you, my man? Behind McLaughlin, crosses over. Bam. Oh, McLaughlin hit the wall and DJ had nowhere to go. Oh, gosh. Another front end removed. That debris kicks up on the track, the top line. Joseph misses out. I think those guys can actually see that debris, too. I think Zofield ran right over it. That was actually Trey who ran right over it. DJ has called a night. I think he actually already used his fast repair too, I believe. Yes, I believe he did. Yes, he did. I think he used it already. It's not good at all. Not one bit. Lilith, I don't think she won't be on lead much longer. She gotta watch what she has going on up here, though. She does not want to get involved in this. If she gets involved in this, she's going to be one ticked off person, and I would not blame her at all either. She would be extremely mad, extremely mad if something were to happen to her. That's what it was for me. See, right around here is going to be some pit stops very soon. That's what I say. Dang it, DJ. I wonder, are you a actual company? Oh my gosh, you actually are. Or you're an actual, like, legit channel. I did not think you were. Oh, good job making your channel that big. I did not think you were that big. Again, if y'all are new to Ghost Racing Network, if you don't mind not doing that, don't do what Zofield did. If you don't mind throwing in a subscription, that'll help us grow a lot. But yes, don't do what Zofield did. That is not the best thing to see happen. If that happens, well, that's not good. Your car is supposed to be out of the wall. I think most guys know that sometimes. Some of them. Sometimes. Isaiah's kind of stalled out a little bit now behind Lilith now a little bit. He's not super behind at all. Don't get me wrong. Oh, I need to look. Crap. That's what I was looking for. Now I know what it was. No, I'm trying to... What it was. As we have a caution out here now, that changes everything. Trey, Zofield, and Trey runs right into Zofield. Can't go anywhere, and he overcorrects. Spins it down to the inside, and he comes almost back up into traffic. He's got to get back rolling there. Don't really know if that should have been a caution. I think it may have been thrown for Noah. There's two wrecks. Noah's in the wall, and then Trey's in the wall. I think it was thrown for Trey. I think. That's going to change everything now. Pit stops are going to happen. Crap. Ask him to delay it. But now this changes a lot of stuff for these guys. It's going to be whoever can get down pit road, on-off pit road the best. Going to bunch them all up too. Going to put them all back on top of each other. The pit stops were bound to... Ow. Trey is not the leader. Is he? I don't think Trey's the leader. I mean, he very well may have stayed out on accident, though, because pit road might not open for him. As a close race off of pit road, I think Lilith and Isaiah almost made contact with each other. That could have ended up real bad. Oh my gosh. Stupid. Anyway. Oh, if I just hate is redlining that car, I think. No, he's not. Who is redlining their car? Somebody's doing it. I can hear it. Yeah, Trey did go down pit road. I knew he'd come back down. There was no way you're standing out after you spin and hit the wall. That's just not going to happen. Platform. First generation. That's what it was. Okay. I was correct. What? Holy crap. Okay, what in the world? Wow. That's a lot of information for this. Let's go off on the pace car here. I'm trying to look at two things at once. I do not want to have to track that down. Oh my gosh. Oh my lord, please don't make me do that. Lights to go off. Pace car pulls off here. Isaiah and Lilith will lead them back to green. As green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here. We've got a caution out. Charles Whitehead apparently and Noah Owens have crashed. Noah just runs in the back of Charles and then it's on from there. And I don't know. That's back of the pack though. Guess he kind of had to throw it. Yeah, you see Thomas Stewart go up in the wall to avoid all that. Doesn't want to get absolutely just destroyed. It's probably a good call from him. I think that's probably a smart idea. I would have done the same thing too, bud. That is insane. Before that /4 digits were made hidden. Yes, I know. JF. Does it go to... I'm gonna have to look at this later. I don't think anybody's going to come down pit road unless you had damage. I mean, this is too late in the race to pit. You don't get any benefit from doing it now. Kind of like, yeah, I came down pit road. Really, but Lucas will get the wave around. He'll probably be happy with that. Go around at least one more time and light should go off here. For a Darlington race, I'm going to regret saying this. For a Darlington race, this has been actually good. Most Darlington races, they end up bad. What do I mean by that? Well, wrecks. I mean, absolute just caution fest is what normally happens at these tracks. It's really bad most of the time for them, too. This has been surprisingly well. I mean, only 3 cautions and it's 97 laps in. We had 2 that were back to back. What? Oh, I sent that twice. That's why it showed me that. But I think the way it's going to run, I don't know if Isaiah is in the best position. Because he was starting to get caught at the very end of it. I cannot type anymore. Really? Okay, that's what I need to do. There we go. Likes to go off here. Isaiah chooses the top, which is not the wrong lane to choose. I'd be choosing the top also. The bottom is, it's just so hard to get going on there. And that guy on the top line, he just gets such a massive run coming off that corner. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's just a massive just shot off that corner. You'd be really surprised how fast they're going. Pace car does pull off here, though. Isaiah Sutherland and Lilith Peters on the front row as green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here from Darlington. As a caution is thrown. Or were they not lined up correctly? What happened there? Yeah, everybody's in the right spot. What? I don't know why that was thrown. Like, I'm confused as you all are. Like, that doesn't Why was it thrown? I don't know if that was an error from RC. Okay. I mean, I'm as about confused as you all are on this. I really am. I don't know why it was thrown again. That's really weird. I mean, okay. I don't understand that. I really don't. Like, why did it come out? Why did it come out of pit road? I really don't get, like, why that was thrown. Like, I actually genuinely do not know why. Yeah, lights go off immediately, so I guess it was an error for the pit stop, or for the caution to come out. That was really confusing. It has to be an error. There's no way that was on purpose. I refuse to believe that. There's no way it was on purpose at all. Huh. Okay. Just gonna have to figure out what happened then. I have to find out what happened after the race. I have to be an after the race thing that I figure out. That's confusing to me. That really is confusing to me. His car pulls back in though. As green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here from Charlotte. Got this see a wreck coming off the turn 2. Let's see what happened here. Cash just got tight and Sabanowski ran him over. Nothing Sabanowski or Cash can do at that point. And Cash blows up immediately. Sabanowski somehow drives off with his car. I don't know how he did. I think it's destroyed. But Isaiah's probably at the point he's like, please, no cautions, please, 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 no cautions, is what he's just begging for at the moment right now. Woo. If you're him, you are just hoping that don't do this, please. Everything in you, do not do this. Don't wreck, is what he wants to say. You just don't wreck. Don't wreck, and I'm fine with this. Joseph, however, he just ran the fastest lap of the race. 29:12, and he only has 25 laps to get there, too, so he's on a mission to get there quickly. everybody now has realized we kind of can't go in there too wide. Very well, maybe they saw what happened when they went in too wide and they went out in there and just wrecked each other. So they're probably like, no, let's not do that. I prefer not to die. I think that'd be really cool. Right. Hey, gets that spot on Warren, slides up, and he's going to get spot on Lilith here, too. He's going for a lot of positions here late. Lilith, I don't think will fight him too much. She doesn't give him the position at all. Makes him go up there and work for it. See Joseph and Isaiah. This is going to be the showdown. It's, can Joseph catch him? That's the big question I have, is if he can catch him, then the big question is, can he pass him? Because we saw Isaiah fight with Joseph early on, too. I guarantee you, neither of them have forgot that. Isaiah was able to hold him off. Charles Whitehead has crashed. He immediately toes, though. I don't believe he crashed, actually. Did he? Wait. That's not pit road. Is it? No, it's not. I think he may have just been pulling... Okay, yeah, he might have been pulling off the track just to tow, because that's not pit road. I was going to say, it looked really weird. But he jumped to pits. He got out of the way of all this. Did not want to be an extra factor that would have showed up in the race. As Tate loops it around there, saves it, doesn't bring out a caution. Oh my gosh. That car was completely sideways, and I have no idea how he did not just absolutely junk it. I mean, that car was going to be wrecked. There's no not wrecking that car. It was done. Go Lilith, go get him. Go McQuaid too. Popped up in the McQuaid. He's actually in 10th right now. He's not doing too hot. He's not doing too bad though. I mean, running 10th at Darlington is not bad at all. The Joseph's coming. He has been faster every single lap. So he's gonna have Isaiah looking in his rearview mirror here in about 3 laps. Because he's going to get a mirror full of him. He's going to have no choice. It's all he's going to see in a minute. Once you see that, you're going to be like, ah, crap. This is not going to be too much fun for him. He tail whips it off the corner there. See what line Joseph is running. Let's see what Joseph looks like compared to Isaiah. think that what Isaiah's dealing with is he's just loose. Joseph is able to get back to the bottom and kind of hold that car there where Isaiah's, you saw him come off of 1 and 2. He's really putting a lot of, like, wheel into, he's really moving that car around. It's not really steady in one spot. It's always wiggling. So he's having to kind of drive it off the corner with the throttle. I don't know. I mean, Joseph catches him. It's going to be hard to get around him. We've already saw him put up a really big fight when somebody did get to him. It was the same person, too. It was Joseph that got to him. He didn't let him go right around him. He was pretty much, hey, we're going to fight for this. Isaiah's good in 3 and 4. Joseph is way better in 1 and 2, though. So they're kind of evening each other out. One of them gets a run, and the other one gets a decent run, and it doesn't let them get up to each other close enough for it. And I think that's what's the big thing that's keeping these two separated right now. Now, if Isaiah slips up once, he's going to have Joseph all over him. I mean, he's going to be absolutely on his bumper. Now, he's probably getting nervous, too. I mean, their lap times now, it's easy catching them. The hard part's getting by him. If you can't get by him, there's no point in catching him. Worth a try. He's honestly probably trying to get him to push really hard, too. You know, he's just trying to stay in that mirror, but Isaiah's probably had to deal with this enough that he's not panicking too much about this. He's like, okay, I got somebody in my bumper, but at the same time, I don't have to absolutely be flipping my crap about this. I think he should be fine. I don't think he's going to be too bad off. I think too, Joseph, if he's going to be like that behind him, he's going to have to get... Joseph, his best passing is going to be outside. That's where he's going to make his opportunity. He's not going to, you're not going to get it low. He's got to force his nose in there. He's got to make his car fit in that gap. Whether he wants to or not, he's got to do it. Are some drivers going to be mad? Yes, evidently. They're not all going to be happy with each other. We're going to have some guys that are really, really furious. But I just think that him riding here, he's maybe planning it out. Just looking what Isaiah's doing. And it's not bad to maybe, cool your tires down a little bit. You realize, okay, no, I don't have to go absolutely guns blazing in here. I can calm down. Let the car do what it needs to. If it wants to float, it floats. If it wants to go somewhere else, it goes somewhere else. I don't have to be all over that. Oh, good Lord, he had that car step out on him. As that's not what you... Oh, yep. There it goes. Joseph is loose. Lap car. This is not going to end up well. The lap car going to mess with... Oh, no. Are you kidding me, man? Oh, my Lord. Isaiah is going to be furious. Oh my lord. A lap car gives Joseph the lead. Puts Isaiah in the wall. Isaiah is going to be furious. And I don't blame him one bit either if he is mad about that. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, I did not see that coming. I don't know if... I don't think he meant to do that, but... Oh my god. He's got to be mad. I mean, he has to be mad. There's no way he's not mad about this at all. As white flag is in the air one more time around here for Joseph. Can Isaiah catch him? Got one lap to do it. Got to make up 3/10, and I don't think he can do it unless Joseph slips up somewhere huge. He's coming with the run down the backstretch. I mean, he's gaining time. He's within 2/10. He's got to sail it on in this corner. Try to get there. He gets within 2/10 of him, but he just can't get close enough to him. Joseph, he will come off of turn 3 and 4 and win here at Darlington after a lap car gives him some good help there. Isaiah is going to be mad. He is going to be absolutely furious in this interview, if I had to guess. Not going to be too happy about this, but we'll watch him burn it down here. Oh, gosh. Little Al Kowicki celebration there. Get the starting or the finishing order pulled up here for y'all. We'll bring in the top 3 drivers here. Hey, Lilith, this is Bryce in the booth. Got a copy, man?
Hello, I got you.
So you come in third. How did the race go for you overall, though?
Pretty good. I didn't like to see that caution near the end there, because I feel like I had the winning car on strategy at least. But I probably finished where I deserved, give or take.
So how was the car handling the whole entire night? Because it seemed like you guys weren't having to deal with the really loose race car there.
It got really loose after maybe 25 laps. So it was a real handful if you weren't taking care of it.
I was going to say, this track will beat you down for sure, but I have to cut it
I
short.
love it.
Yeah, I've got to cut it short because I've got to run to another broadcast. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Just my main sponsor, Luna Steak Sauce. You can get it at foxfirefoods.com.
Wow,
Thank you for broadcasting, Bryce.
All right, well, I'll let you go. Good third place finish tonight, though.
Thanks. Good night.
Lilith Peters, the third place driver. We will bring in the second place driver, Isaiah Sutherland. Isaiah, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, so towards the end of that race, lap car. That's all I can say. No. How was your car towards the end of it, though? Because you and Joseph were about to go at it if that didn't happen.
Yeah, I knew that Joseph, because earlier on in the run, I knew he was pretty good on long runs. I could see that he was running me down earlier in the race on a long run. We had a pretty good battle there before the green flag pit stops, and I luckily got in pretty good. Got a 3.5 second gap on him, and we ran a really long green stint. I ran down Lilith, who was in first at that time, and I think he had burnt his tires up. But the last few cautions that kind of changed the whole outlook on the race. You kind of had to push and save at the same time, and I knew with 30 to go, I needed to try to keep the lead and conserve just a little bit. So I let Joseph catch up to me, but I would keep a little gap in between us when needed. And I felt really good at the end with 5 to go. I felt like he was overdriving and getting loose in my mirror. I could see him. And I didn't really have any worries about the lap car in front of me. But, I mean, come on, we're in a league here. We race every week almost. You've got to know how to have a handle on your car. You don't want to be that guy in front of the leaders with 2 to go and you cause something to happen. It's not a good look. It's just a race respect thing, really. He had the whole top lane completely open, and as soon as I go into the turn, he just slides it right up in front of me. So it seems strange, but I'm not here to start drama. So I can't be happier with second, though. It was pretty good race with Joseph, and even after that lap car, I was driving angry, and I got pretty close to him. I wish I had one more lap. Maybe I could have bumped him and seen what would have happened. But car was real loose. The track was real fun tonight, and yeah, it was a pretty decent race overall.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, would have loved to have this throwback in Victory Lane. This is my uncle's street dirt car that he used to race back in the day. And the paint looks almost exact, and so I think that gave me a little bit more horsepower tonight. But Sutherland Used Cars, that's his car lot, Northwest Tennessee. Check them out on Facebook. They have cars listed there. They even have more cars that aren't on there, so you can call them. They have contact information there. If you're in search for a car, Northwest Tennessee and Union City, Tennessee. We also have Virtual Academy on the car. You can sign up for courses. It's police officer training if you're retired or active duty at subscriptions.virtualacademy.com/sign up. I like to thank my parents and family members that watch. My girlfriend tunes in and watches. I got to thank the good Lord and Savior for putting a roof over my head and giving me the freedoms to come in here and race whenever I want. And I'm very thankful for him or to him for that. And shout out to you guys and that are streaming. Shout out to all the fans that tune in. And that is it.
Man, well, I will let you go. Good second place finish tonight, man.
Thank you, buddy.
It was Isaiah Sutherland. We will bring in the race winner and Joseph Grijalva. I have to make this quick. Hey, Joseph, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man? Oh, I hope he's here. I'll give him till 10:38. I don't want to stay too long because I'm already late. Not expect the race to go like this.
Hello? Oh, sorry about that.
No, you're good, man. No, so with 5 laps to go there, you get the lead there because of a lap car. But how did the race go for you overall, though, man?
It was pretty decent. I just wanted to settle in. The setup wasn't agreeing with me. I couldn't really figure it out, and it's just me where I gotta learn how to drive it while I'm racing. It's my MOS, I guess, my method of operation. but the setup was super loose. It had to really baby the throttle around the corners. And then towards the end, for the last car, I honestly wanted it to go green, and I'll take a top 3. But towards the end, the caution came out, and I'm like, man, I'm not good at the restarts and the early part of the race. But just got to send it. And I don't know, something clicked at the end. It felt good right at the end, and we were able to keep up with Isaiah.
And I'm going to have to cut it short because I got to go to a different broadcast. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks to Isaiah for being a good competitor. I'm sorry for what happened to him. I've been there myself, being taken out by lap cars. But appreciate my dad's always supporting me, my family, my sister. The car sponsor back home is BKA El Paso Motorsports Kart Racing Club. It's our we race go-karts and ship the carts, all that stuff back home. So I appreciate them guys. And thank you as well for putting it on for everybody to see. And of course, my wife, she supports my racing habits, and I can't thank her enough.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good win here tonight, though.
Thank you. We'll be there for next week.
That was Joseph Gadrava. I'm just going to go through the top 3. So Joseph comes home with the win. Isaiah and Lilith Peters round out the top 3. I will be jumping over to another broadcast immediately, so hope you all did have fun. I'll be streaming literally right after this, so I've got to go right now. But hopefully I'll see you all there for that one.